Happy Tuesday. Bless you, Yaffa. Okay, so I am literally not wearing this because it's cold, even though it is cold outside. It is because I still have this neck patch, and this neck patch isn't a good one. It doesn't stick and stay on. So I literally have to have to wear this scarf so I can keep this neck patch on. Okay, so this is why we have the look that we have today. But nonetheless, despite the neck pain, I will still show up today. I will still show up and do my thing. Again, I talked about this before. There is a space of grace that I give to myself, as well as recognize, like, is this the day where I still need to show up and do what I need to do? And I'm not down for the count. I just can't, like, move my neck. Okay, so last night I had a heating pad and like all this other stuff. So whatever, we will make it through it. And I feel way better today, but I don't want to get ahead of myself and be like, yeah, I can do all these things now. So I'm still not going to work out today. I'm going to rest. I just took some Excedrin because this neck pain does kind of give me a little bit of a headache. And I am just trying to pull up my comments. And yeah. So that is basically it, guys. Okay, so happy Tuesday. Say hi if you are joining me live. And if you were watching this as a replay, hashtag IGA. I'm going to give you a little bit of another mini training today. I'm just trying to pull up my notes. So today I wanted to quickly talk about pain points. I've talked about this a lot before, and this really kind of, I was inspired by a lot of my Bible study in the New Testament, specifically the gospel, and just also what it means to be a disciple, what it means to be someone as a member in the church body. And do we edify? Do we lift each other up? Are we empowering each other, or are we putting each other down in the sense of, using fear-based marketing to create lack in someone and a sense of deficiency and need? And I will say that the shift has already been happening in the marketing world, where we're not using this kind of fear-based, trigger-based marketing, and it is shifting more towards an empowerment marketing. But you can probably tell where you're reading stuff, you're reading someone's copy or sales messaging, and you're like, this just does not resonate with me. For some people it will, for some people it doesn't. But this is also why I say that you have a message that's specific to someone, because what you say and how you say it is going to be different than somebody else, even if you are selling the same thing, and someone is waiting to resonate with how you say it. So empowerment marketing, again, comes from just the ability to lift someone up in their certainty to make a decision, right? Certainty is the factor that drives someone's purchase decision. And you can either make someone feel certain that they're afraid and they need this, or that you can make someone feel empowered and certain that they need this, right? That's two different angles that you can take. Usually fear-based marketing creates this sort of need, creates this sort of codependency, creates this sort of lack energy. And empowerment marketing creates this sense of certainty, but in the way that they're inspired, they're motivated, they have belief in themselves, rather than your offer is something that I'm missing. Your offer is something that I believe is the investment that I'm going to make in myself to the next step. So each type of marketing essentially is trying to achieve the same goal, but the answer is like, what do you want to do? And it really starts with your energy. If you're going into this marketing to tell people all the things that they don't have, all the things that they're lacking, all the things that are wrong with them, and why you are the answer to fix them, that even if you don't have that in your words, if you're just presenting that as an energy, then that's not going to work as well. Most of the time, people do tend to get there when they feel like their sales and marketing aren't working, and they're like, you know what? Like you start to feel resentful towards your audience, right? You're like, why is no one buying? Like you say, like, I do a poll and you say that you need this, and you say that this is your problem, and I'm telling you this is your problem. Why don't you need this, right? And so you're carrying this energy of resentment, like, you need this offer. So there's that side of things. So whether you're intentional or not intentional about using fear-based marketing, it all starts with your energy. Another way, which I believe is the best way, is, empowerment marketing. It's helping you embody action-based inspired action-based marketing, and it helps you to sell through leadership so you can stop digging into pain points, creating these attachments and confusion in your customers, right? Because you also don't want a codependent customer throughout their whole offer experience. You want someone to know that this is the answer, where they can be an advocate and say, hey, everybody, this solution helps me achieve this transformation. So when you're able to do this and you're able to sell through leadership, which a way to sell through leadership is arming yourself with as much information about your offer and your buyer as possible, so that you feel confident, you have clarity, and you can transfer that certainty over into your buyer. The thing is that we want to empower, we want to uplift. Empowering marketing creates this pull, because if you have achieved this state, this transformation that someone wants, when you use empowering marketing, you are going to you're calling out that version of someone who wants to be where you're at, who wants that transformation that you offer. You're calling it out of them, instead of having them, twiddle their thumbs and being like, I'm inadequate, right? It's also going to help your followers make smarter choices, so that people don't suffer buyer's remorse. You don't want someone to buy your offer because they were coerced or feared into buying it, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want this anymore. You want someone to have a very clear head and be like, yes, your offer is exactly what I've been looking for, and you want them to be as present and conscious as possible in making that decision. This also helps them create a stronger bond and a stronger relationship with you, because it is based off of authenticity. It is based off of just a mutual ground of like, hey, I have something that I believe can help you. Let me tell you all about it. And they're like, okay, great. This is, exactly what I've been looking for. It's a mutual ground of trust. And it also creates for a better experience overall, from the first touch point that someone interacts with your brand to when they purchase to then after, when they're actually using your offer. It creates this whole beautiful experience when it is empowered, when they are not, again, coming from lack. Side note, randomly, I really just I really want to get a Starbucks Nitro, but obviously you guys saw what happened to me when I did that. So I'm not going to, but I just need to get that out of my brain because I keep thinking about that. It also leads to improvement in customer retention. It increases opportunities to encourage word of mouth and referrals, and customers who feel supported are also more loyal. So customer retention is important, because then when you have a new offer, you're releasing the next thing, the person continues to buy, they continue to stay. This is a big part that a lot of people miss, is that they're always looking for new customers. It's more expensive to find a new customer than it is to retain a customer that's already in your world. So a lot of us forget the customers that are in our world, and by doing empowerment marketing, we will be able to increase our ability for customer retention. Again, a satisfied customer, someone who feels more supported in the process because they're empowered, they're elevated. Again, you're drawing out who they need to become, not creating this codependency where they're attached to you. These people will be your best friends. They will be your brand advocates. They are the ones that are going to be telling people about your business, telling people about your brand. And also, let me just say that I still, to this day, even now that I'm in this new, quote unquote, new space with the coaching offers, I still have not to this day ask for reviews, ask for testimonials. I'm telling you, I have a full plan of my vision to where I want this company to be, and the steps that I take, and the different milestones and different things. There is a part in the plan where I'm specifically going to ask people for strategic testimonials. I have not even had a chance to do that yet, because I just continue to get testimonials pouring in. This is a testament for the fact that when I start marketing to you for the very first time you hear from me, I'm using empowerment marketing. I'm going to empower you through the whole buying process. I'm going to empower you after you buy, and I'm going to continue to build a relationship with you way after you're done using the product and using the offer. This is the byproduct. And so people are always like, well, how do I get all these testimonials and how do I get all these reviews? It literally starts here. I'm going to back it up a little bit. It does start with having a customer focused mindset, because if you don't have any customers, how your company going to run? But it starts there. And this is why I have literally so many testimonials. And now that I've started this new coaching, it's just so beautiful, and it's just such a gift to continue to get those testimonials. And it just continues to remind me, even though I've been doing this for so long, why I put my customers first and why I over deliver on what it is I'm going to give you. So there's that. So let's talk about, and also this is the beauty of empowerment marketing, is that you are going to have the right people in your audience at the right time for the specific transformation in their journey, which means that when they use their offer, it's actually going to work. Like when they use your offer, it's actually going to work. Because that's another thing that I talked about in the other video, yesterday's video, where you just sell for the sake of selling, and then you have all these people in your offer and they're not the right fit. And then you're wondering like, why is my offer not working? Not realizing you just have the wrong people. So yeah, you made a bunch of sales, but like these are the wrong people. This is why you don't have consistent sales, because you either can't capitalize on the momentum of having the right people, right? Because now you have testimonials outside of yourself, you have reviews, you have results, you have case studies that you can say, hey, look, this is proven to work for other people. Now let me share these testimonials and put this in my marketing and amplify my marketing. That's why you can't do that if you have the wrong people in your offer. Okay. And so when you have the right people in your offer, they're not going to struggle in it. You're going to get reviews, you're going to get testimonials, and you can compound that and use that again inside of your marketing. Okay. And then also you're going to get faster results. So I'm going to go through some few ideas on how you can kind of practically use this inside of your marketing. So one of the things that we have is idea number 1, which is exposing the lies of inadequacy. So what you're going to do is state a powerful truth in the face of a commonly accepted lie in your niche or around your offer, okay, or whatever you're doing this for. So one way, sometimes we call this the bro style marketing, they have created this marketing framework where in order for you to actually be successful, you have to have a mansion, a Lambo, go to parties, do all these things, right? Like they're showing you a lifestyle that says, if you hit this, you will be successful. Which again, then they're saying that the reason why you don't have it is because you don't have my offer, or you don't wake up at 5 a.m., or you're not taking ice baths, or you're not doing these things. And so we know that that creates a sense of lack, because then you're like, oh my gosh, do I need to be getting up at 5 a.m.? Do I need to be reading 10,000 books? Do I need to have a trainer? And you're like, I don't have all these things, but also maybe those things just don't align with me. That's lack. That's fear-based marketing. The alternative is saying that, you know, hey, this is my lifestyle. This is how I chose to express my financial abundance. But success means to me when I have customers that are happy. Success means to me when I can overcome a mindset that holds me back. Success means to me where I can feel fulfilled in my business, right? Like defining a different definition of success, but most importantly, letting the person know that my definition of success doesn't have to be yours, and explaining that to them and saying that, hey, by using this process, I was able to achieve this type of lifestyle because that's the lifestyle that I wanted. So using this process, what type of lifestyle do you want to achieve? Is it this? Is it working from home? Is it working from when you travel, right? Work from anywhere? Then this method can help you do that, right? Instead of saying like, this is the only way. Yes, in essence, you want them to feel like, hey, my way is the thing that's going to get you the answers, because this, you know, this is, I've been there. I've seen what you've seen. If this is the way that you want to sell, then, you know, let it inform you why this is the best way, but letting them know it's not the only way, so that then they feel like they have made this empowered decision. The next thing is that you want to equip your buyer. So instead of telling them oh my gosh, guys, sorry, my neck is just, okay. So a side note, if anyone is watching, I'm literally not wearing this scarf for fashion. It is because I've sprained my neck and I am just literally like this, okay? So the next thing is equipping your buyer. So instead of telling them what they lack, equip them with knowledge or tools that they can use to get better, which helps them focus on the solution, not the present problem. So there's a lot of times where people have the statements on their messaging or their sales pages, and they say, my offer isn't for you if, and then they talk about all the qualities of like who they don't want to work with, not necessarily the things that this person has to have. That's okay. You can use that again if that's the way that you want to work, but you don't really leave someone in a better place. That is thinking that, hey, I do want to have your offer. So it could be like, you know, if you have a poor mindset, or if like you don't have this skill or that skill or whatever. And so I don't generally like to use that, because if someone is feeling like my offer is what they want, I want them to know what they need so that they can get prepared. I can equip them, and then they can come back and be ready for my offer. But if you're just telling them like, this isn't for you if you don't meet these criteria, without telling them how to meet so you can still say my offer isn't for you if you don't have, if you've only been in business for 1 year, if you don't have 10,000 followers, if you don't have an email list, that's okay. So there's a way that you can say that says, hey, come back when, you have 10,000 followers, come back when you have, an email list, because then they know that they can be positioned in that place. So most of the time, I usually personally like to say this offer is for you if you have these criterias. And in the bottom, if you don't have these criterias, here's what you need to be prepared in order for this offer to work for you. So instead, I am qualifying the people who the offer is for, because obviously I'm speaking to a specific person in a specific part of their transformation and their journey, and in their journey towards their transformation. And the people that aren't necessarily at that part, they may be at a part before, or even maybe later, and they're like, oh, actually, I don't need this. Then I can tell them what they need to have in order to be ready and be prepared to get it. So that way they can go get it, go equip themselves, come back, and then join my offer. This leaves someone in a better place with tactical, practical information that they can use to come back and be ready for my offer, versus like, dang, I'm not ready for this offer. So then guess what? They're going to go look somewhere else and like buy someone else's offer, instead of being like, okay, well, just kind of like the same concept of if someone doesn't really necessarily think it's expensive, if they want it, they'll go and find the money for it. So same thing. If they're like, oh, I'm not ready for this offer, let me go get ready so I can be prepared for this offer. Okay. And then the last thing is to speak to their potential. Inspired customers make better brand influencers than helpless customers who are inadequately attached to you. Speak to who they will become, their inner transformation, and not just the tangible rewards. So i.e., example is the purpose of a goal isn't always to achieve it, but more so to focus on who they need to become to achieve it. So again, speaking to their potential, speaking to who they are to become. This is why I don't like to create a lot of, especially coaching in this coaching world, where you feel like you need me. That's why in my courses, I am teaching you not only like why did I say do this like part of the strategy, so that you can understand and make a better informed decision for yourself and be like, oh, I get it. I see the way that she thinks. This is why she does it this way, because then guess what? You're going to be able to start to see it play out in so many other different things. And you're going to be better equipped. You're going to enhance the way that you think and not just robotically learn a strategy. That's why when I say that I literally give you a copy of my brain, that's what I do. I don't just tell you what to do in the strategy. I tell you why, so that you can learn to think, to see how I'm seeing these things, to come up with this for yourself. And then when you apply the strategy, it's going to make so much sense. But most importantly, you're going to now be able, oh my God, this is itching. Sorry. You are going to be able to make it your own. Because now you understand why I'm saying this strategy, why I'm saying do this, and now you can make it your own. So that is one of the things that I do. I'm still going to tell you my process and how, but again, I want you to understand the way that I thought about this. Why did I think about it this way? Why did I position the strategy that way, so that you can be better equipped? So this is then again speaking to who you become. I'm not saying that you're just a robot that just needs to follow instructions. I'm like, hey, if I teach you how to think, you're going to not only make this unique to you, but you're going to be able to stand out. This is why I don't necessarily like just empty blanket templates, because I need you to understand why these templates are the way they are, so that you don't just have a carbon copy and then everyone in the industry has this carbon copy. I need you to understand the structure and the formula, so that then again you are learning how to think and you're making it on your own. So empowerment marketing, I hope you can see, is creating people that you are pulling out who this person has the potential to become. You are pulling out the best in someone. You are discipling and pulling out who this person maybe doesn't see themselves as, and who you see, but you are being like the good shepherd, and you are leading them to greener pastures, to cool, calm waters, because you are empowering them. You are equipping them, instead of this codependency, this fear, this lack, this triggering, right? This pain. There is a loving way to embrace someone who is in a mindset that is keeping them in a lack mentality, right? We call that, gentle parenting, or, I'm going to say this with grace, and I love you, but this is, I'm going to, tell you what you need to hear, right? They say the gentle words of a friend is better than the sweet words of an enemy, right? That's in the book of Proverbs. And so there is a time and place where you are speaking to someone's pain points, but more so in order to help them, to be a mirror, to reflect to them what they are not seeing, and to elevate them, but not to dig into their inadequacies as in like, this is why your life is the way that it is, and this is why your life sucks. Like, and your life sucks, and now you need my offer, because if you don't have it, then, you're never going to be where you need to be. And that's just not the vibe and the energy, especially after what has happened over the last couple years with just COVID and the society and what's still going on right now. You know, people may have forgotten, but there still is a war in Ukraine. There is just still so much going around the world that is just in devastation. And so if you're going to be in business and you're going to focus on your customers, then let's just leave people in a better place, right? What did I say in one of my past videos and in my content? The best and easiest marketing strategy in the world is to literally be a human. Be a human and treat others as you would like to be treated. So what is good that you can do for others? How can you leave someone in a better place than when they found you? And this is what empowerment marketing does. This is what happens when we step away from this fear-based trigger, pain point things. Like I said, there is a time and place for pain points. You use pain points to help someone feel seen, heard, and understood, to be like, hey, I understand what you're going through because I was that too. I went through those things. Not as in like you have these pain points and that's why you suck. And like my offer is the answer. We have to let go of that. There literally is a better way. And I'm telling you, if you want to create the energy where you have people that are like, send me the link in your DMs, you have people that are like, when's your next offer going to drop? You have people that are buying your, as soon as you drop it, buying it. You have people that are spreading your brand. It starts here. So everyone's just like, wow, this is so amazing. How do you get all of that? Because it methodically, strategically starts here. I start here and I say, what is this seed going to grow up into? Oh, it's going to grow up into an empowerment tree where I have a community of people that are uplifted, a community of people that, feel the pull that I have in my life, where I'm constantly being uplifted and guided by God. I want you to feel that too, whether that is your belief or not, but I want to pull out what it is in you. And again, I'm also not going to let you live in lack, which means that sometimes I may not give voice to your lack in that way and meet you, meet you where you're at, in the sense of like, let's talk about all these pain points and these problems. I'm like, no, let's find these solutions, right? That's why I like to call myself the solution seeker, not the problem finder. You go looking for problems, you're going to find more problems. But if everything is a solution, then you're always just going to have solutions. And it's literally a real thing. So that is it. Hopefully this video has found you well, and that has given you some more practical understanding on how you can step more into that leadership role, untangle that salesiness, untangle that a feeling of inadequacy of needing a sale. This empowers you to be able to step into your leadership role, but also to build a community of people who are uplifted and who are inspired by you, that also then take action to buy your offers, right? Because they see you as the expert, as an authority that can lead them to the transformation that they're looking for. And if you know anybody that would find this video helpful, tag them or add them to the group and then tag them in this video. And that is it. So thank you guys. And just please say some prayers for me and this neck. I literally am just like, I feel way better than I did yesterday, but still, like, I can't be walking around like this. Wait, I have a neck pillow. Doop. I have a little Korean neck pillow. So yes, just save some prayers for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And that's it. And if you have any questions or thoughts on it, leave this in the comments. I'm happy to answer them, and I will see you tomorrow.